Welcome one and all to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and yes, we are coming from the spy side. Oh God, let me fix my collar. So when you fix the collar, you teeth your mother dollar. All right, so yes, we're coming to you from the most beautiful island in the Caribbean, that is Grenada. And of course, we tell you everything that you need to know that's happening here in Grenada. And when we have time, we tell you about other countries. Today, we have a lot to talk about here at home. So many things that are happening that we have to tell you about tonight. All right, folks, this is it right here. So many is happening in this small island. All right, so here's what. 153 new cases of COVID-19, 4 deaths, 599 active cases, unheard of. This is Grenada we are talking about. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell to address the nation on Friday. And according to reports, some workers are forced to work in high-risk conditions. We'll talk to you about that. Grenada records 2 more COVID-19 deaths, bringing the country's total to 4. We'll talk about that. The Grenada Public Workers Union calls for immediate removal of workers. We'll explain that for you. All right. And there was a close call for commuters today on a public transport. We'll talk about that. And the Prime Minister is assuring Grenadians that there will be no lockdown coming. All right. And the travel bubble bus, we're going to talk about that too. All right. So many things that we have to talk about on the program. So all you brace all yourself. This is where it happens, the good, the bad, and the Mikey. We want to let you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors. We want to say thank you to all our sponsors of the headlines and the program in general. Folks, we're taking a little break on thing now. And you see, when we come back, it could be real news. In all Lili Lolo, so organize the business. Now, share the program, share the business so that people see that we are on. And remember that someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credit compliments Digicel. Also, we're taking a break and we are coming back with the news.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Let's get tough on breed larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, call 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the farmers, please don't steal produce from your brother. Then you sell into traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah man, let's do all we can to stop breed larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report breed larceny, call 300.
It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Borrow up to $10,000 for all your needs. School supplies, staycation, home renovations, appliances or furniture. You can have it all with a summer everything loan. With competitive interest rates and same-day approvals, you can't beat this loan special. Not a member? Join today to get onto this exciting offer. It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Apply today and take advantage of this exciting offer. Visit the nearest Communal branch or call us at 440-1755 for more information. Lending terms and conditions apply.
After being locked down during the pandemic,
Get ready for summer with Rika. Live this summer with Rika's Summer in Every Drop promotion. Buy any Rika combo of 6 200ml, 4 330ml, or 3 1-liter Rika juices and get a chance to win. Win Apple AirPods, plunge pools, beach chairs with umbrellas, barbecue grill set, gamer set, and weekly pop-up giveaways. With Rika, there's summer in every drop. Promotion ends August 31st. Tickets available at all leading retailers retailers island-wide. Rika, distributed by Superb Distributors Inc., Tempe, St. George's.
Brooklyn, New York, Saturday, September 11th. We get set for Mr. Legs and Friends. Party bar. Mr. Legs and Friends. Party bar. As the region's body set of parties are coming to shell the place. Are you ready for Problem Child? Skinny Fabulous. Charles Marshall. The Jab King, Talpree, Iowa George, Looney Spark and Electrify. Mr. Legs.
When I drink, I like to smoke.
Mr. Legs.
As I start to smoke, I want to fuck something.
Blacks. Mandela Links, LFS Music, Linky First, Teddy Rhyme, Inspector, and much more. Get your tickets now on www.partybadv.eventbrite.com or call 646-474-1682.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Alrighty, and so we say welcome. All right, welcome. Now, the first thing that we have to tell like a bad nothing now, Senator Roderick Sinclair is appealing to farmers and fishers to adhere to health protocols and get vaccinated. He says that the current rate of transmission of the COVID-19 in Grenada is significant, and we are seeing an increase in COVID-19 related deaths. As Senator for Agriculture and Fisheries, I am appealing to all our farmers and fisherfolk to please comply with the requirements of the COVID-19 health and safety protocols to keep yourselves, your family, workers, and contacts safe. It says, I support the efforts of the Ministry of Health and the nation's frontline workers to keep the country safe, and I strongly encourage my constituents to get vaccinated. Hey, let's go over to the court now. By the general public, you are hereby informed that all pending court matters set for hearing during the period 3rd to 17th September 2021 in all of the magistrates' court in all magisterial districts throughout the Tri-Island state of Grenada are hereby adjourned. They say, please note that the new dates for hearing will be communicated to all stakeholders at a later date. Please note that all magistrates' court offices in all magisterial districts will remain open for all other court-related transactions between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. And they're saying that all the COVID-19 regulations must be adhered to. All right. Now, folks, have you seen what's happening? Have you seen? Now, there are so many businesses that are closing temporarily for a few days and stuff. I'm trying to see if I could get a good thing for holiday, you know. You know what I mean? Due to scares and fears of COVID-19 or having a staff member test positive or a family member of a staff who was tested, listen, when you go through the businesses that are affected, it's almost, you know, people calling for shutdown. They think shutting down on their own. So many businesses affected. So I know that Spice Jewelry closed their doors. Which we have some other businesses as well. We have the Tamsi in St. Patrick. We have the port. Yes, the port. Let me see if I could open up that. The Grenada Ports Authority wishes to advise the users of the facility, its facility, that shed number 1 will be closed to all users from the 3rd of September, that is Friday, and until further notice. That's one of the main sheds. They say that the decision to close shed 1 operation is out of an abundance of caution due to the possibility that the staff, its staff, may have been compromised by a positive COVID-19 case. You understand? And they say, well, you know, whenever they decide to open up and things like that, they will let you know. Also, we are hearing from the Conference of Churches as well regarding churches. Listen, so many businesses, M&N Hardware again, day 2 are closed. All right, you know what? I don't even have to, because Arise at St. George, the main branch, you understand, again, closed today due to COVID-19 exposure. Also, we are hearing about pharmacies and so on. It's just crazy. Now, we are hearing, as I told you earlier, from the Alliance of Churches. It says that as the church, we have observed with concern the rapid increase in the number of positive COVID-19 cases in Grenada, and have been saddened by the very precious lives that has been lost as a result of the same. We say that we continue to be prayerful and have faith that God will take us through this as a nation, and we will be returned to a place where there will be 0 cases. God has done this for us before, and He can do it again, they say. You know, they say that we also recognize that in order to achieve this, all sectors of our society and every individual have to play their part and make sacrifices. He said that we have always endeavored to lead by example and trust that other sectors will exercise wisdom and prudence in this time with an effort of saving lives and towards the overall welfare of our people. Now, in that regard, he said that we have agreed to take the following actions effective Sunday, September 5th. 1, the month of September will be observed by the church as a month of prayer. And they're encouraging everybody to pray. I think they have a special time, 5 o'clock in evening time. Now, 2, all in-person church services will be deferred to being held virtually for a period of 2 weeks. To facilitate streaming of services, church have the option of allowing a maximum of 10 persons, comprising of musicians, worshippers, technicians, support, and persons, and the preacher, etc. All right? To come together. After the 2 weeks, they say, our position will be re-evaluated with an effort to resuming in-person services as soon as it is safe to do so. All right? Receptions at weddings should be suspended for the time being until it's safe to do so. 4, happy hour at funerals should be suspended for the time being until it is safe to do so. The Alliance of Evangelical Churches will explore the establishment, they say, of a prayer hotline to give prayer support to those infected and affected by the COVID-19. They say also heads of denominations will record messages to our nation to deal with the crisis and the fears and so on. You understand? So they have a lot happening, the Alliance of Evangelical Churches, and they're saying that they hope that others will follow. You understand? That's where we are right now. But hold on. Speaking of where we are right now, moments ago, we received information from the latest dashboard for COVID-19 here in Grenada. And Grenada has recorded just for today alone 153 new cases of COVID-19. You heard me right. 153 cases. When you heard the other day of 125, you thought, whoa, it will not even get worse. Now we're hearing of 153 new cases of COVID-19. Now that takes us to 599 active cases, and we're talking about people who have reported it. There's another thing that's happening in Grenada that you need to know about. Because of the stigma, because of fear, etc., people are not going to get tested. They say, me, I go stay home. Me ain't get no tested, me think I ain't believing that kind of business. I'm telling you. So hey, this is just according to the cases that were on the radar of the Ministry of Health. So 599 active cases now. That takes our total cases from since the 1st to 817. The imported cases, 124. You understand where we're going with that? So currently, the active imported cases are only 9. And as it relates to the local cases, 590, dog. 590. All yeah. I think it's safe to say the ish hit the fan. You understand? I think it's safe to say that. We can't be packing hundreds in consecutive days. That just don't make no sense. Also, we have to let you know that there has been 2 more deaths. 2 more people dead. You understand? Owing to COVID-19. Now that brings our total. This week alone. This week alone. And what today is Thursday. 3. 1 death Monday. 1 death Wednesday. 1 death Thursday. We skip Tuesday. And there are 6 people hospitalized. Overall, how many deaths have we had? 4 persons. All right? Now, the latest 2 victims are a 97-year-old female from St. Mark who died on Wednesday, and a 74-year-old female from St. George who passed away earlier today, Thursday. Both of the deceased have had underlying medical conditions, with one requiring ventilation on admission. Now, the Ministry of Health, and by extension the government of Grenada, say that they would like to extend condolences to the family and the friends of the deceased, and continue, they say, to encourage the population to follow the recommended COVID-19 protocols to safeguard themselves. You understand? That is what we're dealing with. Well, all you. Grenada's Prime Minister will be addressing the nation on Friday at 8 p.m. and that is to highlight government's plans, they say, to address the current COVID-19 situation in Grenada. Dr. Mitchell, who is also the chairman of the cabinet, convened a meeting this afternoon to discuss with his colleagues recommendations shared by the COVID-19 subcommittee, which functions as an advisory body to the government. The committee's recommendations will help, they say, to inform government's approach to navigating through the current crisis. They say that the government is also making good on its promise to continued collaboration, particularly as it relates to the COVID-19 pandemic. It says it is hosting consultations this week with the representatives of various sectors. This afternoon, more than 125 representatives of the business community engaged, they say, in a consultation spearheaded by the Ministry of Finance. And the Prime Minister also was in attendance. On Friday morning, the government will meet in similar fashion with trade union representatives. And there has been ongoing discussions, they said, with members of the religious community as well. The Prime Minister's address will be broadcast, well, on the GIS and, of course, we will also broadcast the business. All right, so y'all can look forward to that, and that will happen at 8 o'clock tomorrow, God's willing. Okay, all you. I ain't done yet. The next thing we have to tell all your boy, the Grenada Public Workers Union calls for the immediate removal of workers. Hold on, let me talk. All quiet. Shh. After careful deliberation, they say, and consultation, the Grenada Public Workers Union, the GPWU, has made the hard decision to bring to the attention of its members matters which if left, to go unchecked, will continue to further compromise the safety and well-being, they say, of our workers. And by direct implication, extension, the general public. Now, the GPWU has noted, they say, and have received numerous reports and concerns from members, including those directly on the front line, they say now, about the handling of positive COVID-19 cases and the high risk of exposure to workers within ministries and departments. And that don't only fall for the public workers, that's in the private sector too, dog. You understand? Let me plug my pants. So my pants falling long, so I'm losing weight or stress. You understand? No. The union says employers are asking workers to report to work despite exposure to COVID-19 or even having to attend work with people who have had symptoms that is consistent with that of COVID-19. I think I'll come to work, and Lance all the thing come to work. You know what I mean? Now the president of the union, Brian Grimes, is asking those who are guilty of that, the employers, even the government, to cease and desist from such practice.
We have some very, very serious concerns here at the Grenada Public Workers Union. One of those concerns are workers being asked to come to work, to report to work, despite having flu-like symptoms or citing possible exposure to COVID-19. Again, workers being asked to report to work despite having flu-like symptoms, right? Or citing exposure to COVID-19. This, we say, at the Grenada Public Workers Union is totally unacceptable. The health of the worker must come into place before anything else. A worker can be replaced, right? A worker can, what I'm trying to say is work can go on, but a life is irreplaceable. That is the point I'm making. A life is irreplaceable. So we must concentrate on the health of our workers because this virus is deadly. So those supervisors or employers who are practicing this immoral act, we are asking you to cease and desist from doing so.
All right. Now, the union says for over a period of 1 week, the GPWU has made repeated efforts to directly bring these various concerns to the authorities and to hold deliberations at the highest level of administration, the cabinet secretary, the minister of health, and the chief medical officer to put measures in place for the protection of all. According to the union, we have had no success. As a direct stakeholder with a keen willingness to partner with government in the fight against the COVID-19 disease and the dreaded Delta variant, which was announced by the health officials on Thursday, August 12th, the union has not been accommodated. They say, in the meantime, we have made every effort, they say, to calm our workers and soothe their anxieties to keep the service functioning. At this time, however, our responsibility and duty of care to our members does not allow the union to remain silent any longer. It says that we are therefore strongly urging all members, where you have been exposed to positive COVID-19 cases in the workplace, and where your health and safety has been compromised, to immediately remove yourself from the workplace and return home to isolate and quarantine according to WHO and FAO and the Ministry of Health Grenada guidelines. Now, according to the PRO of the organization, that's Daisy Hazard, there must be a balance between lives and livelihood.
Lives have to be prioritized. But even as lives are prioritized, in the very first instance, there is a need to balance livelihoods. There is a need to prioritize lives and to balance livelihoods. But the main priority is lives. And so we want to just speak to our workers and let you know that where you feel sufficiently threatened, where you feel that your health or your safety on the job is compromised, as Brother Grimes said, your labor code, section, is it 74? Yes, speaks to it. Yes, we are not advising workers to just walk off the job. There is a proper way and procedure to do it. You must do it through your union. You must speak to your supervisor or PS. But there is a way to do that if you feel that you are sufficiently compromised.
Thank you very much, Sister Daisy. This is that we also urge that those of you who have been directly exposed to please try to make arrangements for private transportation to return home as a responsible act to protect the public and seeking testing in the coming days. The GPWU notes the numerous examples set by the private sector and urges the government of Grenada that where possible COVID cases have been identified, especially in high-risk or traffic service areas, that those departments should be temporarily closed and service scaled back. To do otherwise would be to continue to expose the entire country to unnecessary risk. Grimes says that there are things that are happening that is not in the best interest of workers, and he explained one such thing.
There are things that are happening that we believe is not in the best interest of our workers. For example, again, workers are hearing of reports outside of the ambits of the office that this office, someone tested positive here. They are literally reading in newspapers that their workplace, within their workplace, there was a positive case and they have to operate there. Now, if we are serious about defeating this pandemic, information sharing must be at the height of it. Workers should not be told you must come to work and their secrets are being kept from them in terms of positive cases on the work, and they just have to come and sit there and expose themselves and basically put their lives at risk. The union will not stand for this. I want to repeat, the union will not stand for this.
Thank you very much, Brother Grimes.
We have some very...
Thank you, Grimes. And Olio. Yes, Olio, so the next thing that we have to tell Olio about, boy, today it was a close call for commuters on the western side. Just in Grand Mall there, boy, one of the buses lost control. And, of course, as you can see what's happening here. You know, persons had to rush to the aid of the passengers. You understand? It was a very, very traumatic experience for some of the commuters. As far as we understand, there was no fatalities as a result of this incident, all right? But of course, we'll try to see if we can get an update in terms of how the extent of the injuries and so on, all right? But we could have been telling a different story today. Thank God we are not. Today's incident, we are not sure, but police are investigating. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is assuring Grenadians ahead of his national address on Friday that there will be no lockdown. News of the imminent national address sparked concerns about the possible lockdown as Grenada faces a current spike in the COVID-19 cases. Dr. Mitchell convened the meeting, as we told you, with the cabinet, and they discussed what is likely to happen. All right? And now wants to reassure Grenadians that a lockdown will not be included among the additional containment measures that will be announced tomorrow. He is therefore urging citizens to avoid the panic buying that became evident today as crowded setting foster the further spread of the virus. But let me tell you, that didn't start today, sir. That was since yesterday. That was since yesterday. Let's not even grab that's how I died. Walk out of the place. I said, well, wait, the storm coming? No, serious. I was wondering what was happening. Seriously. But then I was like, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe something to do with COVID. I don't know. If you see people. And today again, January. The place ran. Because people think, and you know what? Nobody had to spread no rumor about there was going to be a lockdown. You know? Based on what people were seeing, in their mind, the most reasonable thing to happen is for the place to lock down, right? So without anybody spreading any rumor, without anybody telling them anything, without anything like that, then people just decide, you know what? Let me go and organize myself. So the Prime Minister is saying, you know what? That's not going to happen. There will not be any lockdown. All right? Good. Olio. So we are moving on. How are we looking for time? Olio, woo, we're running, boy. We're running the city travel bubble bus. You understand? The travel bubble, which authorities in Barbados implemented, exempting people from selected countries for further quarantining or testing upon arrival in Barbados has been discontinued. Countries with low COVID-19 positivity rates and low cases per 100,000 population every fortnight were allowed to be in the bubble, which went into effect on July 17 this year. Now, the Chief Medical Officer there said the decision to discontinue the bubble was due to increased positivity rates and cases in many of the sister Caribbean countries, you know. So they decided, no, we bust that bubble. You understand? And last night, we were telling all age-appropriate applicants for U.S. immigrant visas, all right, worldwide, will be required to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19, all right? And that takes into effect on October 1st. This is according to the latest update from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Yeah, they're saying that this will be the requirement. We have posted something on that on our page, in fact, so you can feel free to go check it out because I think it's very important. All right. But I don't think it applies to the tourism visa, you know, like the visa like that somebody like me and you would want to go in America and to visit like a family and like a friend and bring a little thing for them, like a, you know, like a stew and a little cinnamon and, you know, some jacks. Yeah. Some fried jacks. Fried jacks dry and because if you don't fry dry, you juke. by the time you reach Miami and then take another plane, unless you go straight. You understand? Them things don't beat up. By the time you reach up, the jacks juking. Yeah, I mean, fry the jacks dry. And make sure you season the jacks properly. Don't come and make no excuse and that kind of thing. Listen, it ain't nothing better than a good seasoned jacks. So season up the jacks nice and thing. Yeah, I mean, wash out the fresh, season the jacks nice, fry the jacks dry, and bring it for them people. So when they eating jacks, you understand? Yeah, so I was saying, I don't think it applies to that category of visa. All right, so all is safe. Don't worry, all is safe. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I had to tell you that the job fair, boy, I think it is ending tomorrow. tomorrow. Let me see if I get it for all. Because I was telling you earlier about the job fair at Royalton, and somebody was calling me about it, and I'm like, almost listen. So I'll do that again for you guys. Let me see if I get it here. Just for those of you who are looking for like a job opportunity, like a work. And they're saying, it's like highly likely that you could get a work because they are attempting to hire, all the departments at the hotel, all right? So that goes until this Saturday at the Royalton Grenada Resort and Spa, all right? And they are saying that the job fair is happening from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and there'll be free transportation provided from the Republic House to the hotel, 8:30 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11:30 a.m. So all you go through and see if I can get like a walk and thing. They say that all the COVID-19 protocols will be followed to guarantee a safe environment for all participants. All right, so all you want to organize all yourself with that whole business right there. So what we have for you coming up, we have the national report, and we also have the weather for you. Okay, guys? And if we have any breaking news within that time, we come back on and we do the whole business for you, all right? For those of you who have not yet shared the program, we want to encourage you to go ahead and do so. As well, we want to let you know that if you have a loved one who is deceased and you are not able to attend the funeral and you're looking for a service provider to be able to stream that funeral for you to the family and friends of that person, then you can feel free to give me a call or send me a message so that we can set you up on that, all right? We do that as a business. Provide to you high quality broadcast of your events. It doesn't necessarily need to only be a funeral, weddings, or any such events, and you'll like to have a nice quality and professional quality broadcast, whether it's private or publicly, we're able to do that. Or if it is that you're interested in having it recorded for your safekeeping, we also will be able to do that for you at high quality. All right, so you can feel free to give me a link, maybe anytime after the program or any day after today. All right, guys, so let's take a quick break and come back. If you are celebrating a birthday, an anniversary, or something you're celebrating tonight, we'll say, well, hope that you will enjoy to the fullest. So here we are now, taking a break and come back. Don't forget, stay right there. We've got the national report and the weather. And, well, again, any breaking news will follow.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Let's get tough on breed your larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, call 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the families, don't steal produce from your brother. Then you sell into traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop breeder larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Borrow up to $10,000 for all your needs. School supplies, staycation, home renovations, appliances or furniture. You can have it all with a summer everything loan. With competitive interest rates and same-day approvals, you can't beat this loan special. Not a member? Join today to get onto this exciting offer. It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Apply today and take advantage of this exciting offer. Visit the nearest Communal branch or call us at 440-1755 for more information. Lending terms and conditions apply.
After being locked down during the pandemic.
Get ready for summer with Rika. Live this summer with Rika's Summer in Every Drop promotion. Buy any Rika combo of 6 200ml, 4 330ml, or 3 1-liter Rika juices and get a chance to win. Win Apple AirPods, plunge pools, beach chairs with umbrellas, barbecue grill set, gamer set, and weekly pop-up giveaways. With Rika, there's summer in every drop. Promotion ends August 31st. Tickets available at all leading retailers island-wide. Rika, distributed by Superb Distributors Inc., Tempe, St. George's.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Summer is ending, but the deals are just beginning with the Court's end of summer sale. Get up to 50% off your favorite items to include patio furnishings, pools, coolers, TVs, mattresses, and more. Plus, shop today with the Ready Finance and pay nothing for 60 days. Take advantage of these sizzling summer deals for a limited time only. Shop in store and online at shopcourts.com. Conditions apply. Courts, bringing value home.
Brooklyn, New York, Saturday, September 11th. We get set for Mr. Legs and Friends. Party Bar. Mr. Legs and Friends. Party Bar. As the region's body set of artists are coming to shell the place. Are you ready for Problem Child? Skinny Fabulous. Charles Marshall, the Jab King, Talpree, Iowa George, Louis Park, and Electrify. Mr. Legs.
When I drink, I like to smoke.
Mr. Legs.
As I start to smoke, I want to fuck something.
Blacks. Mandela Links, LFS Music, Linky First, Teddy Rhyme, Inspector, and much more. Get your tickets now on www.partybadv.eventbrite.com or call 646-474-1682.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 143-114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell to address the nation on Friday. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Thursday, September 2nd, 2021, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell will address the nation on Friday, September 3rd at 8 p.m. to highlight government's plans to address the current COVID-19 situation in Grenada. Dr. Mitchell, who is also chairman of the cabinet, convened a meeting this afternoon to discuss with his colleagues recommendations shared by the COVID-19 subcommittee, which functions as an advisory body to the government. The committee's recommendation will help to inform government's approach to navigating through the current crisis. Government is also making good on its promise of continued collaboration, particularly as it relates to the COVID-19 pandemic. It is hosting consultations this week with representatives of various sectors. This afternoon, more than 125 representatives of the business community engaged in a consultation spearheaded by the Ministry of Finance and which the Prime Minister also attended. On Friday morning, government will meet in similar fashion with trade union representatives, and there has been ongoing discourse with members of the religious community as well. The Prime Minister's address will be broadcast live on GIS Channel 22, the GIS YouTube and Facebook page, radio and TV stations, and other media platforms at 8 p.m. Grenada continues to record a significant increase in positive COVID-19 cases. The Ministry of Health on Thursday, September 1st, confirmed 125 positive cases, the highest for the week so far. This brings the country's total active cases to 449, with 440 of them being local cases. Since the start of the pandemic, 4 deaths have been recorded, 3 of them for this week alone. The total confirmed cases from March 2020 stands at 664, and to date 212 individuals have recovered from COVID-19. The ministry's vaccination campaign continues at various locations across the island, including medical stations and at the National Stadium. Several pop-up clinics have also been organized to increase the country's vaccination rate to obtain herd immunity against the global pandemic. So far, over 25,000 persons have received the first dose of the vaccine and over 19,000 received the second dose of the vaccine. This figure includes both Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccines. Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Development and Housing, Chrissy Worm-Charles, says her ministry will expand its support for education, empowerment, and development program SEED to include families who have slipped further into poverty due to COVID-19. The expansion falls under the government's $36 million COVID Economic Stimulus Program 2.0, which will provide relief to single-headed vulnerable families for 6 months. The second stimulus package is being funded through the Caribbean Development Bank under the Inter-American Development Bank, Caribbean Development Bank Global Loan Program, and the Government of Grenada. P.S. Worm-Charles explained that the financial assistance will act as a buffer against the economic shocks caused by the global pandemic. Middle-income households that are now low income due to unemployment will also benefit under the cash transfer initiative.
The expansion program would be for 6 months, right? Persons, they would be vetted. They would have to go through a testing, a PMT test, to ensure that that we meet the qualifications of the program. And once the person qualifies, and they will be able to receive some benefits, and that would hopefully go a very long way to help cushion, the impact of the COVID financial shocks on the families, ensuring getting, what's necessary to improve the quality of life.
$1.35 million have been set aside for youth entrepreneurship under the Division of Youth Development. The subcomponent 2.2 will provide support to expand youth entrepreneurship and programs. Acting Youth Coordinator Royden Bihari said over 1,500 individuals between ages 15 to 35 will benefit from training to enhance their capabilities and skills to become business ready.
We are looking for persons who are not gainfully engaged employability-wise to ensure that we can engage them to enhance their capabilities and capacity to actually be ready for the job market. The component focuses on specified population segments with training sessions to enable them to build a capacity towards the establishment of businesses to enter the job market in the state of Grenada so that they can be job ready.
The Division of Youth plans to engage a new cohort of trainees every 6 weeks. Each beneficiary will receive a stipend of $700 for the training duration. Bihari says the division will continue to work with existing partners, NULO, National Training Agency, and others to accomplish the training mission.
The overall objective of this subcomponent is to look at the skills and technical capabilities of potential and current job seekers. And this will be implemented through initiative led by the Division of Youth Development with other potential partners and implementing agencies such as some of the existing ones in Grenada like the CEDAP, NULO, the SIEP, the GIDC, the GDB, and our own Youth Bees project here at the Division of Youth Development.
Unemployed adults and single-parent households are eligible to benefit under the subcomponent. The Ministry of Finance launched the COVID Economic Stimulus Package 2.0 on Wednesday. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
This is a message from the Ministry of Health. If you or a family member suspect that you may have contracted COVID-19 and are displaying symptoms, please immediately self-isolate at home. This means that you must also avoid all contact with other members of your household. Do not visit hospitals or health centers, as this creates the potential for further spread of the virus, and it puts additional persons at risk when you come into contact with them. Your best course of action is to call the COVID-19 hotline at 458-4787 or 538-4787, or contact your nearest health center or medical station. Once your information has been received, health officials will come to you. Help prevent the spread of COVID-19. This has been a message from the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back. Medical officer in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Mariana Charles, says the rapid antigen test can only detect the antigens of COVID-19 and not symptoms of the common cold. Dr. Charles made the statement in response to concerns on social media that the majority of positive cases are individuals exhibiting symptoms of the annual flu. In addition, it is the belief of many that the rapid test can detect antigens associated with other illnesses like the flu. Dr. Charles emphasized that the rapid antigen test can only detect the antigens of COVID, which makes it useful in determining COVID-19 cases.
That antigen test, right, it is specific for COVID-19 in that it detects the protein produced by SARS-CoV-2, which is the virus that causes COVID-19. Now, as it relates to other viruses, right, they will produce different proteins, and those proteins will not be detected by a COVID-19 rapid antigen test. That test is specific for COVID-19. Now, as it relates to antigen tests, the main concern for antigen tests is what we call false negatives. By that I mean we have persons who are asymptomatic. They've been in contact with a positive case or a suspected case, and the antigen test come back negative. This is our concern, right? Because again, the sensitivity of that test, meaning its ability to detect a positive case when persons are not experiencing symptoms, is lower, right? And with that in mind, right, our recommendation that for these persons, they still are required to quarantine for a period of 14 days. And we retest them, we do 2 tests for them, antigen test on day 7 and on day 14. Just in the event that we missed on day 7, and that was a false negative, we will be able to pick it up on day 14.
In the beginning of the pandemic, the Ministry of Health used PCR tests as the determining method for COVID. Currently, the ministry is using both rapid tests and PCR tests to confirm COVID-19 cases. Dr. Charles explains the reason for now using both PCR and rapid antigen tests to confirm positive COVID cases.
Currently, Grenada is at a stage where we have community spread of COVID-19. By that I mean you have cases in the community and persons do not know, for instance, where or whom they got it from. Right? So since we have confirmed community spread, we have started using this method. And this method is not unique to Grenada again. This method is even recommended by WHO and is also being used in other countries throughout the region to detect positive cases in the context of community spread.
Finally, in the news, the acting chief magistrate in the magistracy department says all pending court matters set for hearing during the period September 3rd to 17th in all of the magistrates' courts in all magisterial districts are adjourned. A public notice from the magistracy department states that new dates for hearing will be communicated to all involved at a later date. The notice also states that all magistrates' courts offices in all magisterial districts will remain open for all other court-related transactions between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. That story concludes the national report for today, Thursday, September 2nd, 2021. Recapping the top story, Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell to address the nation on Friday. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Chrisanne Mitchell saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Chrisanne. And now it's time for us to take a look at the weather. And the weather is expected to be generally fair and breezy, increasing in cloudiness by morning with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. Tonight's minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas are slight to moderate with waves 2 to 4 feet in open waters. And that is our weather report for tonight. And before we go further, nothing came in additionally, so we are just going to go into saying hello to a few people on the program, okay? So we're saying hello to Cindy, Ansha, Cynthia, Noreen, Charmaine, Celine, Chemo, Shum, Ezran, Original Courtney, Mrs. Rass, Paul, Alkim, Kireen, Avril, Cassie. I said Selena already, right? Right. Claudette and Doris. Well, thank you guys for watching. Those of you on YouTube, hello to you and thank you for watching as well, all right? Kenny, Lintona and Mom. Lintona, I heard you swimming like a fish last night. There was flood in New Jersey. And, of course, there were some people who were trapped in their workplaces, some people losing their vehicles to flood and so on. And some people had to swim for it, you know, even if they never swam before. So that's good, at least when it's time for survival, you're able to punch at two shoulders and make it out alive. So good job. And Vintress and Ansha and Deborah and Bermuda. Who else is with us? Tia, how are you? And Java, how are you as well? Yeah, saying a special good night to my mom again. Shauna, where you come out? I haven't seen you in a while. Glenda, Queen D, and Trevelyan, and Michelle, and everyone else. Well, thanks again, and may God bless you, okay? Take care. Let's go. In 5, 4, Cassie, big up again, eh? 3, and Marcella. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja. No. Talk to you guys later. Don't forget to join me on WeFM Radio tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. We've got a gospel segment prepared for you. Take care, guys. All the best.